Hi everyone, Pierre from Into Fly Fishing and welcome to another gear review. In today's review we'll be looking at the Snowbee Diamond² 10ft 3wt rod. The Diamond² series of rods is Snowbee's more affordable range and it includes all the most popular freshwater lengths and weights. If you haven't watched my review on the Diamond² 9ft 5wt rod, be sure to check it out. You can find the link to that review in the description down below. But as a spoiler, it's a great rod at a good price and it's one that I'd easily recommend for newcomers to the sport. Right before we jump into this review, I want to point out that Snowbee sent me this rod for a test and review. But they don't pay me to say anything about the rod that I don't feel is true or anything funny like that. The thoughts and opinions expressed in this review is my own, which I choose to share with you so that you can make a more informed decision while shopping for a rod. Now with that out of the way, let's look at how and where I tested the rod. I took the rod out on my first couple of days fishing on the trout streams close to Cape Town. The fish here generally range between 8 to 15 inches, so I prefer a lighter rod. From a leader and fly point of view, I fish with a 2-fly rig, with the bottom fly usually a weighted nymph. The top fly I switch around between a dry fly and another nymph as fishing situations or fish behavior dictate. Generally the casts are on the short side, ranging up to about 20 feet, and the leader and tippet combo is running around 20 feet long too. So let's look at where the Snowbee Diamond² 10ft 3wt fares well. The first reason you would want to consider this rod is its 10-foot length. The additional length helps you control drag-free drifts better while maintaining tension. The other reason, if you're getting started in competition fishing, is that the leader and tippet length is not allowed to be more than twice the rod length. Now fishing a 10-foot rod means that you'll be able to fish with a longer leader than, let's say, with a 7.5-foot rod. These longer rods really have become more popular, and rightly so. The second area where the rod shines is power. If you've never fished with a 10-foot 3wt before, don't confuse it with a standard 3wt, especially not the Diamond². The rod has a beefy butt section, which means that you really can lean and pull into fish, so you can fish a 3wt for much larger fish. As I say, there's nothing like a perfect fly rod, so let's look at where the Diamond² 10ft 3wt falls short. The first point is the overall weight, and it's something that you really become aware of when fishing for extended periods of time. I weighed the rod on my small kitchen scale and coming in at 3.8 ounces, it's in the ballpark of the advertised weight. This is the one reason why I won't recommend fishing this rod on small streams when compared to Snowbee's other rods as the Prestige GXS. So let's get up close to the rod itself and look at it in more detail. Snowbee ships the Diamond² 10ft 3wt in a green cordial covered tube which measures around 35 inches long. On the cap you'll find a sticker that mentions the length, the number of sections and the weight of the rod, but not the rod model. The tube also has a small leather patch with a classic trout fly embossed into it, and it also has a webbing handle. The rod is further protected by a rod sock with 4 dividers, one for each section. It also has the rod's full details printed on the side of it, which means that you'll be able to ID it very quickly when you're carrying multiple rods together in a tube. So looking at the rod itself, let's start here from the butt section. The Snowbee Diamond² 10ft 3wt doesn't have a fighting butt, and it's something that some anglers prefer and some don't. My personal opinion is that I like a small fighting butt for my Euro nymphing rods. It just makes it more comfortable and steady while you're high sticking. The reel seats hardware might be a little overkill for a 3wt, but one thing is for certain, it will last a very long time. It is an up-locking configuration with 2 locking rings, each with a rubber bushing that really does a great job to secure your reel in place. Under the gun smoke skeleton you'll find an olive burl wood insert. The rod has a half-well shaped grip with rubberized cork rings in the front and at the back for added durability, and it just gives it that accent. It also has the Snowbee logo printed on the side of it. I wouldn't say that the cork is of exceptional quality, but it's acceptable for a rod at this price point. This seems to be consistent with the Diamond² 9ft 5wt that I reviewed earlier. So now let's look at the blank. The blank is built around what Snowbee calls tri-modulus carbon technology. Basically all that means is they use different modulus carbon materials in different parts of the rod to optimize its durability and performance. The rod has a medium fast action as you'd expect from a 10-foot 3-weight entry level rod, but the great news is that it doesn't have a poor recovery rate. Once you've made the cast, the tip recovers relatively quickly and it doesn't have that oscillating wobble that you find in many entry-level nymphing rods. The rod's first stripper guide sits high up on the second section on the rod. This really helps to feed the line when you cast, so with this rod you can cast a little bit further than with a standard Euro nymphing rod, but what that does is it introduces quite a lot of slack while you're nymphing. The Diamond² 10ft 3wt has two stripper guides, both with silicon carbide insert and gunsmoke colored frames. The rest of the guides are all thick wire, tall snake guides that will surely last, but my question is, aren't these guides a little overkill for a 10ft 3wt? The blank has an olive green finish and all of the line guides are secured with olive thread wraps with gold accent wraps. If you watched my review on the Diamond² 9ft 5wt, you'll know that I picked up some imperfections in the clear coat applied on the blank and on the thread wraps, but I'm happy to say with this specific rod there are no issues at all. So let me share my personal thoughts on how the rod fishes. On the pro side, the rod offers exceptional value at a price point just under $290. Looking at how beefy the reel seat, the line guides and the grip is, I think that this rod will also last a good number of years. The other pro is that this 10ft 3wt really has a lot of pulling power. On the con side, the primary issue for me would be the rod's overall weight. So you should consider buying the Snowbee Diamond² 10ft 3wt rod. I think that this rod will suit the beginner fly angler very well who wants to start getting into Euro nymphing, and they regularly fish medium to large rivers for trout or any fish over 15 inches large. I hope that you found this review helpful, and if you own a Snowbee Diamond² 10ft 3wt rod or fished with one before, please let me know what your personal thoughts are in the comment section down below. Please subscribe to our channel and turn on the notifications, then we can let you know as soon as we release any future tutorials or reviews. Until next time, cheers.